this is heavy.
But yeah, so like it trickled in a little slower, and before we really had time to like understand if we needed to be freaking out ourselves, because we were real chill like about it and everything. Like everybody else was telling us, okay, well, like shit's hitting the fan. Y'all need to be freaking out. Business is about to tank.
Other photographers?
Well, just photographers,
Any
business
business
people,
owner, yeah.
bride and grooms, they're freaking out. And it was just like, I swear it was like overnight. You know, it was just like, hey, there's this COVID thing. And then it was like a couple of days later, it was like, boom. Mm-hmm. Like,
everything's
go
closed.
get what you need. If it's not, you know, essential, blah, blah, blah. So once that happened, I mean, like brides, they had no choice. Like if you were within the next like month, and I mean, that was kind of the weird thing is like everything was in, you know, few week increments. It's like, okay, well, we're doing a shutdown for a month. And then when it gets there, we'll see what we're doing, or wear a mask for a month. And then when we get there, we'll see what, you know, what's going on. And then that kept happening three, 4 more times. So like what happened was essentially, once it started like becoming very prevalent that this thing wasn't going to go away and it wasn't going to just be like, oh, it's no big deal, don't worry about it. Like everybody canceled their wedding, or at least in our case, they canceled their date, but they moved it.
Right.
So we were very fortunate that we had roughly 20 weddings, probably a little bit lower than that, and only 20 of those before now, and only 2 of those didn't continue on with us. So we didn't like lose money. It was just didn't have income coming in, you know? So they just all rescheduled. And so I don't know what happened, if it was just like in the universe or whatever, but you know, it's pretty common knowledge now that we're having a baby.
Congratulations.
Me and my wife.
That's awesome.
And we knew we were going to try for that. And by the time quarantine had already hit, we were very early on. So we kind of even knew that we were, you know, as long as everything goes good, we're going to have this baby. Which was real funny when people would be like, hey, can I have like a November date? And we're like, no. Can't tell you why, but no. But yeah, so like, it was just all kind of like, like I said, other than those 2 weddings, everything just kind of got pushed way back. And so luckily we knew we were going to try for that baby. So we were trying for a really light fall, which really helped out when our very booked spring just
kind of
shifted 6 months. Yeah. And so we had a few that moved to next year, but most of them just moved to the same year. And even another like smaller percentage of those kind of went through with something, like either they just went to the courthouse and got married, either they had like a small backyard wedding, which those have been really cool. I think y'all have shot
yeah, man.
Some of those.
The smaller wedding that we shot 2 of them that went through their date, and it was awesome. Mm-hmm. You know, not having a big crowd of people there, and it was a lot more. I think we were able to be a lot more creative. We had a lot more free time to get these cool shots.
Yeah, it's a real different vibe.
Because some of these high dollar weddings, I mean, the schedule is tight.
Yeah. Now you think that's the industry is going to shift that way? After all this is over, that more bride
I don't know.
I
don't know what's going to happen. I don't know if that's necessarily the case, but
I definitely think there could be a shift of something, like people realizing like, hey, we don't have to like ball out like crazy.
Right, yes.
And which I think is really cool, and I think people should have been doing all the time, because like we've shot these 2, like past handful of weddings have been super nice. I mean, like even the one that y'all just shot, like nice on a different level of the word nice. Like they're not like just details everywhere and flowers just, but they're really cool in the way that these brides are having to get like crafty and like find somewhere to do this, and they're going to their grandparents' house and building an arbor, or like, you know, replanting they're making it work. And to me, like, it just seems so cool for that to like happen, and it means a little bit more. And these bride and grooms that are sticking with it, I feel like they're happy that they did. So, you know,
it's got to be a lot less stress on them.
Yeah, I mean, I couldn't imagine.
Well, I don't know. I mean, aside from having to reschedule.
Yeah. I mean, it's crazy. So to kind of bookend, I mean, like we've been lucky that it hasn't just like tanked us or anything like that, because it has a lot of.
I was about to say, are other photographers that you're friends with
not
having the same scenario? Or
you know, again, like we follow all these photographers, but I don't keep up with a lot of them. But I have.
Me neither.
Yeah, they're on TikTok.
Yeah, I'm like if they would tell me they're tanking on TikTok, then I would know. But
We're tanking
We're
on
dancing.
TikTok.
We're tanking.
you're gonna be a TikTok sound now. But yeah, so I have seen like a handful of like wedding industry professionals that are like, yeah, we're closing up.
done.
We're no longer in a studio anymore, or whatever it may be. But I don't think I've really seen any photographers or videographers or anything. But I mean, I know everybody was affected really hard.
Sure,
Like,
yeah.
I mean, a lot of these people rely on that income coming in so often. And I mean, most of us we get most of our money 30 days out or a month out, from the wedding.
Right.
So it's like
Better have a good saving.
and luckily, like, we're weird about saving, so we weren't stressing too hard because we knew, like, okay, well, all these people are just rescheduling. The money's going to come.
Right.
We just have to, like, make a podcast in the meantime.
Yeah, there you go.
Like, just do that and watch TikTok, and it'll all be over, and you'll be shooting weddings. And I think it's next week. We have like a 10-hour wedding day. I think it's the week after. And I'm like, I don't even know what
that's going
to do.
feel like again.
I got tired shooting this 3-hour backyard
dude. Oh, man.
wedding.
Yeah, we were with
like,
you on that, but just a couple hours, and you're like, man, okay, I'm done.
Yeah.
This is good. We got everything we need.